Well. Everybody's excited about the Dallas Cowboys offense coming up in 2025 because of the addition of one George Pickens. And we could arguably say that this is one of the reasons why Brian Schottenheimer is more than likely going to be more successful than Mike McCarthy as it applies to this Dallas Cowboys offense. Well, a lot of people may not realize, but contrary to last year, I'm telling you, those 3 seasons prior to that, Dak Prescott balled out with less weapons. But I also believe that the Cowboys are going to be better offensively. But I don't think it's just because of George Pickens. I'm going to tell you why Brian Schottenheimer is going to be more successful than Mike McCarthy, because he's going to utilize one weapon that Mike McCarthy failed to use. Let's talk, Cowboys. We're about to talk facts. Welcome, Cowboy fans and Cowboy haters alike. I'm the G, and I'm the host of Let's Talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. And if you like this video, please don't forget at the end to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know the next time we post another video or go live. And if you haven't become a channel member already, please do. We have a lot of great things coming in the future. Now let's talk facts. Brian Schottenheimer is one of these coaches, I'm telling you, we are absolutely going to love as a Cowboys fan. Because Brian Schottenheimer is the type of coach that whatever is working, Brian Schottenheimer is not going to mind implementing it. And not only is he not going to mind implementing whatever is working, Brian Schottenheimer is going to utilize the weapons that he has on this team. And we already know about CeeDee Lamb. We know about George Pickens. Now we have Jaden Blue. The Cowboys, I believe, have some pretty good weapons. Jake Ferguson. Jalen Tolbert, even if people don't want to admit it. I think Jalen Tolbert is going to be absolutely great at the number 3 spot. But there is another weapon that Mike McCarthy absolutely refused to use. And this is no surprise as it pertains to Mike McCarthy. When you look at the reason why Mike McCarthy, one of the reasons that he got let go out of Green Bay, look at this real quick. So just look at this. This is an article from NFL.com where Mike McCarthy got released. And you could change up the Cowboys, Aaron Rodgers to Dak Prescott, Devontae Adams, and CeeDee Lamb. And this would read to me almost like what happened in Dallas. It says, the move wasn't a surprise, but the timing was. McCarthy's grip on the offense had become a detrimental one as the once explosive Packers turned into a largely inept offense, save for when Aaron Rodgers was left to improvise by playing sandlot football. A lot of McCarthy's success was actually based upon Aaron Rodgers, and just like in Dallas, a lot of his success was based upon Dak Prescott because Dak Prescott had been successful before he got here. It says, it even happened in McCarthy's final game on Sunday when Rodgers dropped, surveyed, and pointed to a spot in the end zone as a destination to his receiver. He completed the touchdown pass to Devontae Adams, but the rest of the game, much like the majority of the season, was an example of an offense not utilizing weapons because it was too clogged to get it going. I'm telling us. It wasn't just the fact that the Cowboys didn't have another wide receiver. It was the fact that Mike McCarthy did not take advantage of every single weapon that's on the team. And one of these weapons, or the weapon that I'm talking about, is Cavonte Turpin. Mike McCarthy missed a golden opportunity with Cavonte Turpin. We saw flashes of Cavonte Turpin. Especially on kickoffs. We already know what he is. He's the best kickoff returner in the league. But there were a couple of flash plays that we saw of him when he made the spin move in Washington and took it all the way to the crib. I think it was the rub route. I think it was against the Houston Texans, and he took it to the crib. It was numerous times we saw flashes of Cavonte Turpin, and we're wondering, why in the world is Mike McCarthy not using it? And so a few days ago at training camp, we've already started getting some hints that Brian Schottenheimer is going to use Cavonte Turpin on offense in ways I believe that Mike McCarthy didn't use him enough. Let's check this out. It says over here on Athlon Sports, written by Jamal Baker, it says Cowboys position change rumor for Kevontae Turpin gets insider update. Now, people were saying because the Cowboys, what they're doing is they're lining him up at the backfield some. And I no, they're not going to change him to running back. And I don't think he's going to be doing a lot of that stuff. I don't even think a lot of people were saying he's going to be the third wide receiver. Not going to happen. He's not going to be the third wide receiver. But what they are going to do, I do believe that Brian Schottenheimer is going to use him like a chess piece, and I think he's going to move him all over the field. Says here, Dallas also appears to be exploring the potential of explosive return man and wide receiver Kevontae Turpin as an option at running back after taking reps with the tailback group at minicamp. It's a good story in context. Yeah, it's not going to happen. But I do think what Brian Schottenheimer is doing is he's saying, we're going to line him up all over the place. We're going to line him up at wide receiver. We're going to line him up in the slot. We're going to line him up on the outside. And yes, from time to time, we're going to line him up in the backfield. But I think what's going to make him even more versatile is the fact that we got Jaden Blue. And Jaden Blue and Kevontae Turpin both running. I don't really know what Kevontae Turpin runs in the 40, but I do believe that Jaden Blue is a sub 430 40 runner. And when you get both of them on the field at the same time, it's going to be absolutely crazy. And so I do believe that Kevontae Turpin may be used on some jet sweeps, maybe some some sweeps, some pitches, some reverses. I think they're going to use him all over the place. And I think this is, again, the one place that Mike McCarthy failed to utilize him. Let's check out Kevontae Turpin in his interview a couple of weeks ago at OTAs.
How much are you specifically loving that competition because of just the aggressive competitor that you always are?
Yeah, it's just me, man. I love to compete with anybody. My size, that's what always been in my heart. I'm always the smallest guy on the field. So, that's all with me is compete. So, I'm buying into everything, I just want to have fun and, compete at the high level.
Can you talk about what your goals are to try and keep your footing in a receiver room that's growing and to keep getting more opportunities?
I just say, man, just be available. Trustworthy. When they call my number, be out there and just go and make a play. With a kickout return and punt return, I'm gonna be me. Try to make a Pro Bowl again. That's the goal. But in our offense end, be trustworthy. Let them believe in me. Trust in me. And I can go out there and be the playmaker I can be.
Last year we saw you kind of take deep passes on quick slants, things like that. What are you seeing from Schottenheimer's scheme that will allow you to have a bigger offense?
He just pretty much like he want to get he doing shifts in motion. Want to get the ball in the playmaker's hand in space. He want the one-on-one. So I feel like that's good to me. That's good for me. One-on-one with a linebacker, safety. I'm gonna take advantage of them when he call my number.
Yeah. I'm going to do another video on Kevontae Turpin because I didn't get a chance to talk about Kevontae Turpin a couple of weeks ago. But I'm telling you, Kevontae Turpin, incredible signing for the Cowboys this offseason. I was a little bit worried when the Cowboys kind of left him out there a little bit for, I think it was like a second round tender or something like that. I was a little bit concerned about that because I thought somebody made a bid, but I'm glad that Kevontae Turpin is still with the Cowboys. We're going to go over this interview with Kevontae Turpin in another video, but he's already giving us some indicators of the fact that Brian Schottenheimer is going to utilize him in ways, and I'm telling you, in ways that Mike McCarthy should have. And I believe he is going to be the reason why Brian Schottenheimer and this team, Dak Prescott, are going to be ultimately so successful on offense. I'll never understand it. Didn't understand it then, but I know Brian Schottenheimer is going to use him, and he's already started giving us these implications in training camp. But again, hey man, I'm glad to be back. The studio is under construction once again. You can't see the stuff behind the scenes, but a lot of this stuff behind the scenes is changing. Whole new console type setup, some new furniture. It came in the other day. It was the wrong stuff. So we got a lot of great things coming, man. And even with the programming, you're gonna see a whole new look. I believe by the time the football season starts. So it's going to be awesome. Appreciate all you guys' support. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Until the next time, DC4L, God bless. Let's talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. Peace.